Hello there, it's 3:24 a.m. right now, and I'm trying to actually figure out the words that I'm trying to figure out to use for this whole entire video. And it took me like almost 8 hours to figure it out. I'm not a very good reviewer, I would say. But yeah, so today I managed to watch the Superman movie by James Gunn's, and holy mackerel, I really do enjoy this movie more than I should have, actually. I was really tempting to actually say this movie was really just not for me because I'm just a grown man, and honestly, I kind of want to swallow that pill and spit it out. Really, to be honest with you, after watching that movie from the cinema, I giggle like a kid. I really do. I really do. I just giggle like a kid and just put a smile on my face after watching the whole entire movie. Um, so this movie was actually directed and written by James Gunn, who is the same guy who actually made the Guardian of the Galaxies movies from the MCU, and also the Suicide Squad movies, and also the Peacemaker series. And I would have to say right now, man, that was such an adventure. Like, man, I really was not expecting this movie to be good, and I just want to tell you, before this movie was actually came out, I was one of the few people who rooted this movie to be good. I really did. I was sitting there like a good little boy, as I am, just hoping and praying to God, just like how I wish my mom would buy me some fried chicken coming back with home, wishing that Superman movie was actually really, really, really good. And I really have to say right now that I really do it actually did satisfy with this. I am really satisfied with this whole entire movie. And I can say a couple of things of the few good things, and there's also some few bad things about this movie. It's not perfect in the end of the day, but I wanted to just say the good thing about this is that holy guacamole, the camera work, god damn, the cameraman when Superman is flying, he has to be have like the sickest ability of all time. Jokes aside, camera work in this movie is phenomenal. It is one of the few things that I really do think that should be a highlight of this movie. And my God, whenever Superman was flying, he has never felt like he is not flying ever. It felt so natural, so beautiful, so elegant. It was working so well to just look at it. It's just like a kid looking at an airplane going around 360 all over again. Literally, it's just you, little kid, just loving looking at a helicopter. Just wow, yeah, yeah. It was really nice. That's what I felt like when I watched that. Actually, one of the few things that I really do like also as well is that it's so vibrant and the color scheme is just so nice to look into, and it's just really engaging just to look every single sequence of this whole entire movie with all the bright colors going around. It show off popping colors, and I like that. It is the similar atmosphere to Hope, where it's supposed to be bright and colorful, and I like that. I really do. I really, really do enjoy that more than I should have. Again, but also, I think I want to also try to highlight is that Lex Luthor as well, very, very interesting pick of the actor. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but Lex Luthor is actually really, really good here in this movie. Very villainous, and enjoy that. There was one moment in the whole entire movie, I don't want to actually spoil it, but there was one moment that really got me shocked. Yeah, that's Lex Luthor. Like, damn, they're really making very comic accurate. And goddamn, it's not only just him, even any other characters are also very comic accurate. Superman himself is very comic accurate. He's very likable, charming, and just really just all around just Superman characteristic over left and right. I enjoy every second of just looking at him. And Lois Lane as she is a very, very truthful interviewer. I don't know what's the name for that, but she is like technically one of the few characters that are very that is interesting to look into as well, because she's not very. complicated. She's just a person that wants to actually uncover the truth. And I just want to say something about this whole entire movie. And to you, Superman fans, my God, thank you so much for the love of God that you guys still exist. I'm making video edits on TikTok. I cry to them for once in a while. If not, I wouldn't be able to actually enjoy Superman as much as this if it wasn't because of the people on TikTok videos not editing the hell out of the Superman videos, man. But other than that, and also I want to talk about Zack Snyder, the Man of Steel, compared to Zack Snyder's Superman's to James Gunn's Superman. To be honest with you, James Gunn's Superman is much more um, Superman accurate. I have to say that without no doubt. So Zack Snyder doesn't really have any element that would make me feel like, oh, that's Superman. No, it doesn't feel that way, and it really is not something that I can actually like say that it's better. Like I think Snyder fan don't really understand what does Superman even means to be at this point, because we have a lot of slops of clones of Superman going around just poisoning their head, saying that Superman can actually just use the power to abuse them, to abuse the hell out of the world. It's not really the case. That's the thing, and this is like one of the few movies that really actually spark off hope and just kindness with overwhelmingly with overwhelming bright smile. It's just so nice and refreshing. And you know what's also refreshing is the fact that this movie doesn't really tell you the original story, not original story, the origin story of Superman, which is nice. They skip the whole entire thing. We don't need to go into how Superman was actually adopted by two normal human people and then yada yada yada, how he becomes Superman. No, we don't need that. And I like that. It's a nice pace. It's refreshing to see the story forward for Superman. Because of that, we'll be able to actually see more new characters, and we did. There's a lot of new superheroes, new villains, and I really am loving Crypto. Crypto, you're such a darling dog. I really, really do love that dog with all my heart. Other than that, I do have to say, the villains are something that I want to actually highlight here as a as a con. There's something about the villain that really just actually got me a little bit bummed out because it felt a little bit left out. But I can see why they didn't actually try to focus onto the villains, because like the movie's already 2 hours and 15 long, 2 hours and 15 minutes long already. Something it felt like that, and the movie pacing was brilliant. It was brilliant. I never felt bored. I felt engaged for the whole entire movie, and 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 the movie was actually like a very action packed. The actions were so good. I said it again. The camera work was phenomenal. I thought Zack Snyder camera work for the superheroes were phenomenal, but now I think James Gunn has actually like done so much better now, and because of but that's not the point. Irrelevant. But I want to just say something about the villains is the fact that like there's something about the villains that you want to actually get to know them, but this is not a show. This is a movie. So like if they actually give out more time to actually screen, like show more screen for the villains, I feel like the movie could be more bloated as it is, because the movie is beautifully paced, and there's a lot of things going on with the movie. There's a lot to unpack, but it was done very well for you to actually not feel overwhelmed. There's going around left and right of actions and with so much conversations. It's enough for you to actually like be there and understand everything. So any more of like screening something like that would probably actually be more bloated as it is, a little bit bloated. Just that's it. Because if they actually put in some screen for the villains, I think like Lex Luthor would not be the star of the villain, of the villains of this movie. Sure, I got no problem with that. Um, excuse me. I apologize, and I just want to actually again. This is also another thing that I like about this movie is that music choice for James Gunn, yes, James Gunn has this habit where like he actually used music for every action sequence. You still have the James Gunn code here, like from the Guardian of the Galaxy tree, and it's very very fun. It's so fun. I really did enjoy. I remember was actually like seeing how the guy was actually being there's like multiple dudes going around a circle and like get they got literally got punched out by one superhero. I'm not gonna say who. And then like I remember I was laughing, and then I saw that, and then I heard none of my the guy right next to me laughing, and he laughs louder, and I laugh louder, and he laughs louder, and I laugh louder. I don't know what we are doing actually, but we enjoy that. We all and the whole cinema were actually just laughing at it, and it was really hilarious and fun to just look at it. And here's the thing, um, I'm not gonna talk much more about this. I think you guys should actually give it a go for watching this movie. This movie is fantastic and it's fun. It felt like it made me feel like a kid again. And just to let you know, this is not coming from a guy who actually is a long time DC fan of Superman. No, I have never grown up watching this the animated series of Superman, the old movies of Superman. No, I only watched the Man of Steel, unfortunately, and then the Batman vs Superman, and yada yada yada. I watched those movies that are not really that great for me, to be honest with you, because there was something about it that really doesn't really stick to me in terms of like having Batman being dark and then Superman also being darker as well. Um, um, but because like I grew up with Spider-Man, the same Raimi Spider-Man, yeah, and I think I thought like Spider-Man as a similar hero as Superman, where Superman actually sorry, it was other way around for me to say. Yeah, I thought Superman was actually a similar case of heroism as Spider-Man, where they're doing good things, they're trying to save lives, and no matter what they do, they will never give up on the world, on people that are trying to save. That's what they are. Superman is a friend. Same goes to Spider-Man. And what people need is just a friend. There is a guy who literally just sitting there helplessly need a problem, and if Superman comes in or anyone else comes in and just become a friend and just hear them out. And that's the beautiful thing about this Superman. It doesn't need our farming Sung Ji Woo slop or something like that in this whole entire movie. Really, we don't need that. There is one moment that really got me giggling so hard, more than any scene, where like Superman just comes out from that this spectacular scene, and I'm like, it's one of the few moments that really got me really excited. I really, really did enjoy this. If you guys expected this movie to be very deep, detailed movie or complex or something like that, as the same writing as the Invincible, you're not gonna get it here. Unfortunately, you're gonna get some pretty good, some pretty decent writing, some awesome action pack going around. I think this movie Superman, yeah, will actually give you a really high of a lot of fun time. Okay, and I do want to say something about the combat, the actions again. Phenomenal, top notch on the line, and my God, seeing Superman flying with the camera work going around the Superman, it's just really really fun. And old school, I would say actually there are some posing here, and the camera angle is really similar to the one of the few older Superman clips I've seen back in from TikTok videos. Very similar and kind of felt nostalgic for some reason. So yeah, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Would probably watch it again if I have the time actually. But this is also a really good first DCU movie from James Gunn to actually go into. It doesn't have to be too overly complicated. It doesn't have to be overly bloated. It doesn't have to be, very demanding from the fans, Just simple, yet actually executed very, very perfectly. Just give up what the fans wanted. Oh yeah, the story. The story is pretty much something like a very comic book accurate as well. Actually, I forgot to tell you that. So yeah, that's it for the review. Hope you have a lovely day or have a lovely night. I'll see you guys maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll do a review of for a movie again. I don't know. I don't even know who's gonna watch this anyway. You have multiple more better reviews than me. Like, I don't even know I did a good job. Well, you just can let me know in the comment section and give a like if you do like it. If you don't, just leave a comment and tell me whatever you don't like it, and I'll make fun of you. Or maybe not. I'll just take the criticism anyway. I'm a good guy. All right. Hope you have a lovely day or have a lovely night. 7 hour suckers, and see ya.